Welcome, class, to the week 3 wrap-up in terms of what I've seen this week with assignments, papers, discussions, etc. So let's just jump right in and get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is APA formatting. As you know, I edit your written assignments very closely and send them back to you with corrections and kind of my thoughts, and I'm not just looking at APA formatting. I'm also kind of looking at content, but the emphasis is probably on APA formatting. And I'm just still seeing from some of you the same mistakes week after week. I try to make very explicit corrections in the discussion forum and in your assignments, but some of you are just kind of still hanging on to some bad habits. So I would encourage you to really look at the feedback I'm giving you, look at the feedback from your peer assessors in the discussion forum and in your written assignment, and take that to heart. I know that it's hard to learn these rules sometimes, and you go to APA style web page and you're just kind of looking like, I don't even know what I'm looking for. But if you'll mostly just look at the edits that I give you, and then go to APA style blog, and most of the time I give you the direct link to that section for help, and just look at that and then really incorporate that into your writing. Most of you are doing very, very well, just some kind of minor mistakes that are, you don't know that it's a mistake until you put it in your paper, and it might be the first time you see that example. So I'm not worried about those who are improving, but some of you are like I say, you're just kind of doing the same thing that you were doing in week 1, and really by this point you should have greatly improved. So I would say in the future written assignments, as you are assessing your peers, go ahead and grade them strictly on APA formatting, because those, again, those mistakes, those behaviors should be corrected, by this time, because I have been giving feedback that should be taken to heart. So grading for your discussion forum responses happens, as well as rating for the post itself. So when you respond to someone, it should be substantive. Okay, you are a graduate student. So merely saying, hi, Jim Bob, I really liked what you wrote. It was organized very well. Doesn't tell me that you've really even read the post or that you've taken away anything from it. So I'm looking for a graduate level response where you indicate maybe what you particularly, what was meaningful to you, where you have further questions, maybe provide a resource that you know of. And if you do that, if you provide a resource to the original poster, I will actually give you 10 points for that, because that's kind of above and beyond. So think about that as you're responding. I've gotten a couple of you email me and ask why your discussion post is lower than the rating you see, and that is probably what it is, because I'm going in and rating your responses, and if you just give 1 or 2 sentences, it's gonna drop your grade a little bit. So think about that when you're responding. Provide something meaningful that tells me that you have read and understood that post, and continue to rate and respond to 3 peers. Everybody but 1 person did it this week, and that's great. And I think it's just kind of an error. Somebody forgot to do 1 assessment, and that happens, and no big deal on that. But good job to those of you who, some of you even rated more than 3. So good for you. Group projects, I hope they're going along well. Remember that I'm happy to help if you have any questions that you think I can advise you on. I hope that everyone's participating. Like I said, I have rearranged the the groups, so that the non-participants in the class are in their own groups. So everybody that's in a group should be participating. What happens if not is I leave it to the group members who are participating as to whether they will share the project with those who are not participating. Because if you don't submit something, you obviously get a 0. And so if you have someone in your group who's not doing any work, it's up to you if you want to share that presentation with them. Keep in mind time differences and things that happen in life, but really everybody should be contributing to this project. Okay. Okay, so I sent I sent the edited papers today, and this is the last week I'm going to do that. So I won't edit any more of your written assignments. In the discussion forum, I'm happy, I'm still going to provide, explicit instruction in APA. I hope that, even if it's not your post that I'm offering corrections on, I hope that you're reading those responses from me so that you can, get that instruction as well. Everybody responded to my questions in your discussion forum this week, so great job on that. I know you have a lot to do, but again, when I ask you a question, I'm trying to get you to stretch your thinking, or sometimes you just taught me something new and I want a little more information on it. Okay. And all right, so I did have a couple of you email me to ask me to look at the grade you received on your written assignment, and you have the right to ask me that, but as I've stated, I look at every single assignment, every single grade, and if I think something's not fair, then I will go in and adjust it. If you ask me to look at something, you need to give me evidence what you think was wrong with the assessment you got. So just saying, I think I should have gotten a better score is not good enough. That's not going to make me go in and take a second look. If you say, I think I should have gotten a better grade because I did in fact talk about the similarities and differences or whatever, the criterion was. If you tell me that, then I will immediately go in and take a second look. And I don't start looking at assignments generally until, so written assignments I look at Wednesday as up to the point they've been graded. So if you submit you just submitted your written assignment for week 3, and I edited them, but I'm not going to go look at scores until a week from today, because I just am not going to go back and forth. So wait, if you would, until Thursday or Friday of next week before you ask me to take a look at grades for week 3. And again, I'm already going to be doing that. But if you really want me to take a second look, just tell me what you think is wrong with the score that you received. Okay. I think that is all I have. I will be out of town at my 1.5 year late commencement. So we won't have teams Saturday. We are having it actually tonight, which is Thursday. But no teams meeting on Saturday. We will have it again on Monday evening, where I will go through the assignments. I'm still trying to work out how you can get access to the team room because you're all guests, and I'm not sure that you can get in there to look at the recording. So because somebody told me they couldn't get in. So if you've gotten in to the team room and been able to look at the recording from this week's, I think, Monday's Teams office hours recording. If you have been able to see that, would you just let me know? Because right now I'm thinking you can't get into the room just based on what this person told me. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm really enjoying our time together. You're a good bunch of students, and I hope that you feel like your course studies are of value. Again, I teach the capstone course, which is the final course when students are doing their capstone studies. And what I'm planning on doing is when they're done, so when they're starting to turn it in, I want to have a Teams meeting with a few of those students and then as many of you as possible so that you can hear them and listen to what they tell you, about their experience through the program, their suggestions for Evernote, your e-portfolio, and just kind of talk to you about how you can basically get the most out of this program and survive it until the end. So, because I will say that we have about 1,000 students in 5010 and 5240, which are the first two classes everybody takes generally, and we have 88 capstone students. So that's how many students, over 900 students, drop between the first course and the last course, and generally it's in the first two terms. So after the first two terms, pretty much everybody stays in. They might take a term off or something like that, but they'll usually come back. But that's how many students do not complete the program. So I don't want that to happen to you simply because you didn't have the information you needed to make good choices and to kind of help you through this program with balancing life and work and family. So that's my intent, is to do that toward the end of the term, because right now they are busy with their research studies and I don't want to interrupt that. So all that to say, hopefully I will see you this evening, my time. If not, then again on Monday. And I will be logging into Teams over the weekend, but I'm not going to do any grading. I'm just going to log in and see if I have any messages. So if you need me, just email me. But otherwise, I will, like I say, save all the grading for when I get back. So have a great night, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple hours.